Hello everyone, the question number 8 in this video is about the majority element under the topic arrays. Okay, so what does majority element mean? Majority element means the element which is found in majority in the given array. Okay, for example, if the array is 3, 2, 3, three elements are there, which is the majority element 3, right? Because it appears more than 2 means more than n by 2 times, which is n is the length of the array, so 3 by 2 is 1, so more than one time it is appearing, so it is the output. Coming to the next case, here we have 2 2 1 1 2 2. 2 is appearing 4 times, 1 is appearing 3 times, so it is more than n by 2 times, right? N's value is how much? Here it's 4, 5 6 7, 7 by 2 is 3, so 3 it's appearing more than 3 times, right? So that's the answer. And in the question it's given that you may assume that the majority element always exists in the array. So always there will be an element which is given to us in the inputs, which will be appearing more than n by 2 times. Okay. So let's see what are the approaches we can follow. The first approach is that we can create a map here. In that map, what we will initialize is if 2 occurs, we will have a map here. 2's value will be incremented by 1. One time it appeared, second time it appeared, so it will be 2. For 1 first time, so it will be 0, means it will become 1. Then for the second time, it will become 2. Then for the third time, it will become 3. And 2 will become 3. Here 2 again 2, it will become 4. So which is more than n by 2, we can again iterate through it, which is the element, we can output that. That's first approach. Second approach is that we can have a count here, means a double for loop. One time we will run for 2, how much time 2 is appearing, majority element will store in mj. Again we will run for this one, how much time 2 is appearing, we will store that here. Then 1, how much time it's appearing, this one how much time, this one how much time, and whichever we get the majority element here answer, which element we got, that will be outputting. Okay, so that is another approach, but these are not the optimal approaches. The optimal approach is that which I will be telling you now. Okay, what we will do is let's consider the same example here, and I will be explaining what we are doing here. Okay, so let me show you the code part. So in the code part, all you can find is this one. Okay, so what is in the code part is this one. Okay, this is all the code is about. So let's see what is in the code. If I show you the outer look here, in the outer look I have initialized one element here, major, and I have count here. So those two things I have initialized here, and after that we have a for loop here. That's it. We are just running O of n time. Okay, one for loop with else, if else and else if conditions. Okay, so let's understand what it is. Basically I have initialized a major here, which is the first element of the array, and count is initially 1. So let's see what's happening by using this example. So major is the first element of the array, which is nothing but 2. So major here it will be initially 2, and count is initialized as 1. Then what I will be doing, from where I am starting, from the I is equal to 1 I am starting, not 0. From I is equal to 1 till the nums length I am going. So I is equal to 1 I am starting from here, and then what I am comparing is if this one which I encountered, it is same as the major element or not. Major element was this one. If both are same, then 2 has appeared 2 times. How will you indicate that? Plus is equal to 1. Increment the count value. That's what we are doing here. Count value will become 2 here, and if I show in the code part, that same thing. If count is 0, count was not 0, it was 1. So which else will be going is this one. If major equal to nums of I, major it was 2, nums of I in the second position it was 2, so it's equal. What I have to do? Increment the count. Since it was equal, I have to just increment the count. Moving on to the next one, I have 1 here. 1 means what? We have to decrement the count. So 2 will become as 1. Okay, but major will not change till means as of now. So why did we decrease this? Both the cases fail here. Count is not 0, as well as major is not equal to num. 2 is not equal to nums of I got as 1. It's not equal. This will not execute. What will execute is this one. So to give you a basic approach of what's happening here, the logic is that whenever I get a different element, this will cancel with this one. So its effect is nullified. I have the major element still 2, and how much time it has appeared after the elimination? 1 time only. So like that we are storing the count. Again the element is 1 here. It is not means count is not 0. Okay, and major is also not equal to 1. So therefore this one will nullify the last 2 here. So what will happen? Count will become as 0 and major will become as 1. Till now I have not making it as 1 because this is nullified with this one, this is nullified with this one. So count has just become 0, major is still 2 only. Okay, sorry, major is still 2 only, count has just become 0. Okay, Now next what will happen? Now count is 0 means whenever I encounter the next element here, what I will be checking is count value first. Okay, so that's what it's happening here. If I show you in the code part, I'm checking the count value. In the next iteration when I come here, first count value will be checked. If it's 0, that means all the previous values have been nullified. So next whatever value is there, that I should select as major element, right? So what's happened here? These two and these two got cancelled, so it's like an empty array here. So I have to start considering this one. 1 came here means nothing was there, 1 came, 1 is the major element till now. So 1 I will make it as major element. Okay, so major element as of now is 1, and then what I will do, I will increment the count because 1 has appeared one time. I should increment the count. That's what I am doing here, count plus plus, and major value is assigned here. This I did it first, then you can do this one, or in this way also you can do. Increment the count value, so count is become 1, and which element has appeared one time? The major element, the 1 value. Okay, then I'll move to the next one here. In next one, first I'll check if the count value is 0. No, it's not 0. Then the another value is there as 2. So if the major and the this one value is same, it's not same means it should nullify it. If it nullifies it, it will just decrement the count here, so it will become as 0. And major element will not change till now. Then we'll move to the next part of the code here. When you move to the next part of the code, we'll encounter 2 here. Then what I will see is count is 0. Count is 0 means there is no major element as of now, so I should change this value. So that value will be assigned here, which value I have encountered till now, because till this part all the values are nullified. This one with this one, these two with these two, so it is empty. I encountered 2 should become the major element, right? So what I'll add here is as 2 and increment the count value will become as 1. So that's all, it will end the code here. So till the end of the code, what major element I have, that is the major element. Why? Because all the other elements get cancelled here, which element remains, that is the major element. So even if there are different numbers, still it does not matter because n by 2 is there, right? See, the element which appears more than n by 2 times, if this one half, this one half, if one element appears more than n by 2 times, whatever number might be here like 5, 6, 7, if it appears more than n by 2 times, whatever number in the combination is there, if it's different than 2, the major element, it will get cancelled in the same same number of times, and then what is the another 2 extra remaining, that will be taken into consideration, right? So that's how we identify if the major element is appearing more than n by 2 times and which is that element. Okay, so if we go to the code part here, it's very easy. Major is equal to nums of 0. First element we are assigning as nums of 0 as a major. This is the major element because as of now I have not encountered any element, so I encountered this one. As of now this is the majority occurring element. Then what I will do, I will initialize count as 1 because that element has encountered one time, so initial value of count is 1. Then what I will do, I will run a for loop from the I is equal to 1 index, which means the next index. From here I will compare if it is same. If it is same, increment count value. If it is not same, decrement count value. If the count value has become 0, that means it's a nullified array till that point. Whatever element I get in the next part, that I should initialize to the major, increment the count value. Okay, that's all the 3 cases we are doing here in the code part as well. If count is equal to 0, if major is equal to nums of I, else count minus minus. Okay, so to quickly wrap up, what is our main target? Our main target is to find the element which appears more than n by 2 times. Start from here, make this as major element because as of now this is only the element which has occurred, and make the count value as 1. See if it is same, the next element. If it's same, make it as 2 because 2 times this has appeared. If it is not same, then decrement count by 1 value because this will nullify this one, and the number of times majority element occurred is only one time, and the majority element is this one. If another time it's nullified, then make the count as 0. Then as of now don't change this one, don't do anything. Okay, then the majority element actually it is nothing, right, because it nullified here. Then check the next element. Whatever next element you get, that is the majority element because all the things are nullified here. Whatever element you get, that's the most occurring element, right, without being nullified. So that is the major element, so it will become 1 here. 1 will be the major element here. Then when 1 has become the major element here, then count will be means it was 0, it will become 1. 1 has appeared one time till this point. Okay, because this will nullify 0, this will only be considered 1 has appeared one time. Then new element, cancel and make count as 0. whatever next element you get, that's the major element, and how much time it has appeared plus 1, that is equal to 1 time. So whatever the major value if you have at the end, that you will be returning. Okay, so that's all for this code, and if you like this video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.